going most likely for a lot of the faceoffs against Mason Cone. Obviously, Andrew Tyre, who's on the bottom of your screen, number 3 in white, the backup faceoff guy. Every coach, and Coach Gate included, they refer to this faceoff unit as the two-headed monster between Wambach and Cone. Well, Syracuse has one on their own with Mason Cone, and we'll probably see John Mullen from time to time, the freshman from Massachusetts, underway, and Tyre's gonna take it off the first. Wambach can get right out of there, and we're underway to start the attack for North Carolina, sticking with the same one we've seen. It's obviously Dom Petramala. Here's Owen Duffy. Thought about the first dodge. He's going to hold off. And then at X, the quarterback of the offense, Logan McGovern, in his 6th year after a 4-year career at Bryant, coming to the Tar Heels. So North Carolina starting on the offensive end. In cage, as usual for Syracuse, Will Mark, one of the best goalies in the country, using his 5th year of eligibility. Duffy all the way on the other side now. This North Carolina offense often runs through him. Loves that turn and shot off the crossbar to start. First shot of the game, period, and first one for North Carolina. Their offense is gonna be crucial, obviously led by Duffy, 29 goals and 20 assists. Spallina on the other side leads the way for Syracuse with 28. Or has 28, leads in assists, 42 on the year. That also leads the country. Spallina, most points in all of NCAA. Here's the turn from McGovern. Petramala, great catch and shoot player in his redshirt freshman year. Backhand shovel shot from Duffy goes out. It was a shot, so the backup matters with Lance Tillman, the Valor Christian product from Colorado, and a ball's on the field, so we're going to slow things down for a moment. Tillman gets it on the restart. Mentioned a high-powered offense for Syracuse. 196 goals on the year as Dewey Egan fires, and it's off Will Mark. He gets started with a save, and they're saying Petramala was there first. Or it was a ground ball, so goes out against Syracuse, picked up by Petramala at the end line, and shot clock gets reset to 60 after going off Mark. For North Carolina, less productive on the offensive end, 143 goals on the year. Going up top, bringing in Harry Welford, his 5th year, transfer from Bucknell, hasn't seen much time this season. Syracuse and North Carolina both at the bottom of the ACC in goals per game. North Carolina averaging 13, Syracuse just above at about 15 a game. Over top, here's Levy, fires wide. Last touched, and it was the pass going out. McGovern shuffles it up top. This offense for North Carolina hindering on the midfield, and the low shot saved by Mark. Rebound still free and picked up on the defensive end. Riley Figueres, the sophomore from St. John's College, and the clear begins. First one of the day for Syracuse. Relentless ride there from North Carolina. Both these teams good on the ride, riding all over the ACC. Very impressive, especially with Virginia and Duke, and obviously Connor Schellenberger, McCabe Millen, and Peyton Cormier have been known for it this year, and Schellenberger and Cormier have been known for it for many years. Fire low, Colin Krieg. The senior gets the stop. He has his first save. Possible fast break. Numbers in favor of North Carolina, but the midfielder's getting back quick, and 77 in orange now in Owen Hiltz. Ontario, Canada native, is on the defensive side. He's matching with the pole. Tyler Schwartz is going to take him out, and short stick D mids coming in, and it will be an LSM from the midfield in Finn Kelly. Here's Duffy. Marking one-on-one with Figueres. Coming around, fake low, go high. Owen Duffy makes Mark bite. Gets his first goal of the day, and the Tar Heels take a 1-0 lead early. Owen Duffy in his freshman year eclipsed 30 goals on the season already. That puts him 4th in the conference behind Peyton Cormier, Dyson Williams, and Brennan O'Neill. Pretty good for your first year. And right behind him is McCabe Millen, the two guys who, depending on which one you looked at, as both these, the official warns both benches, they have to stay out of the substitution area, stay in the box or outside the box. Stay in the designated area for the bench players, as Cone's gonna pick up the face-off win. So now Syracuse gets to start on the offensive end, and we'll get a first look at their offense on the day. Hiltz going through X, cutting inside, overlooking the offense, but electing to work it around. Plenty of time on this shot clock after the face-off win. Roa fires with the left hand. Krieg picks it up. Two very good goalies today. Will Mark as a grad student, and then the senior in Colin Krieg, who has started every single game since he's come to Chapel Hill. And North Carolina, in their last couple games at Dorrance Field, been very used to seeing a lot of success on the offensive end over the first half or first couple quarters, and then it's completing the game in the second half is where North Carolina has struggled. Coming downhill, moving it quickly, that's Trevor Dubner. Seeing Dubner and Dewey Egan, midfielders on that first unit with Lance Tillman. Petramala gets the one-on-one ISO, trying to free up the lefty snipe, fires high. Petramala with 26 goals on the year, top 10 in the ACC. Had an injury last year that kept him from playing as a true freshman. Now on the field as a redshirt freshman with Owen Duffy. As a flag does fly, and it looks like North Carolina is going to get the first man-up opportunity of the day. And it was a screen that didn't go the way Wyatt Hoddle was hoping. The freshman from Westminster, Maryland, has to take a seat, as they'll have a 30-second man-up opportunity for North Carolina. So that'll bring out the man-down unit for Syracuse, the Junkyard Dogs as they are known. All 5 players come off the bench for this and this only. Obviously, they may play in spurts otherwise, but this is the unit. It is the sole man-down unit for Syracuse. North Carolina trying to get better of the Junkyard Dogs. Duffy at the point, directing traffic. They got Ryan Levy inside. Good movement. Syracuse staying inside. Levy with the pass inside from Duffy. And a Chapel Hill native makes it a 2-0 lead for the Tar Heels. Good man-up goal for North Carolina. Good execution on the man-up opportunity. Just Duffy, like I said, directing traffic, sees the opening inside for Levy, who just the whole time, if you watch him with the stick up ready as Wambach wins it back to himself, has to get away. He gets brought down, and another flag flies going against Syracuse. Back-to-back man-up opportunities coming for North Carolina. So bring out the Junkyard Dogs once again, getting back-to-back action as Will Mark comes to greet them out of the cage. And it looks like the same unit in for North Carolina. It worked well for a moment, so might as well bring it back. Duffy this time starting on the left. Johnny Swartz has it for North Carolina, the junior from Wading River, New York. Went to Shoreham, Wading River. Good men's and women's lacrosse programs. As here's Duffy now rotating back to the top where we saw him in the last man-up opportunity. 15 seconds left now. He's pulling. Duffy fires wide, backed up by McGovern. Reedy through Schwartz up top for Duffy. Schwartz passes inside. He was looking back door for Logan McGovern. Doesn't connect. Great job from the stick of Jordan Beck to put that one on the grass. And now coming the other way. Great job by North Carolina. They had the numbers advantage there, so no fast break for Syracuse, slowing them down and making them work the half-field offense. So far, Syracuse held scoreless. 7.5 minutes left in the first. Dodging downhill was Sam English, his brother on the team, and another violation going against the Orange. Quick restart. As you see, Ty English picking it up. And here it is, Sam English and Ty English. The two brothers. Burlington, Ontario, both went to Culver Academy. Ty, a junior. Sam, his older brother, in his 5th year at Syracuse. Played at Princeton before that. As North Carolina seeing if they can take an early 3-0 lead, which could be really big here against the big bad Orange. Petramala firing jump shot. Dominic Petramala. What a goal, and North Carolina keeps on running. A 3-0 lead with 6:44 left in the first. '27th goal of the year for Dominic Petramala, and North Carolina has seen it all season long. If they want to win these games, they haven't been able to come out on top in any of the games that require them to play very well late. Against Army, that was a very close game to get a big ranked win. Weren't able to complete it there. Against Virginia, couldn't quite get it together against one of the top teams in the country. The quick hesitation in front, Krieg shutting the door against Christian Muley. And now here's the quick go on the fast break from North Carolina. That was Andrew Tyre, who fires high. Matt Reedy playing attack right now for North Carolina there with Owen Duffy, the only two offensive players on right now, as it is all even on the field. Back to 6-on-6 lacrosse, of course. There's Lance Tillman, another player that had a big part of the attack last year, but now moving to midfield. Here's Dubner, picks up the ground ball. A lot of pressure there from Figueres, who we've seen mostly on Owen Duffy. Right now, he's guarded by a shorty. They need to get the switch, and they do. On the other side, McGovern for Tillman. Gets open. Free hands, the step down shot's blocked in front. Caden Cole gets it on the other side, and a good clear for Syracuse. Billy Dwan. Here's Spallina now. BTB in front, diving into the crease, and it's a good goal. A long pull in front What a great goal. Billy Dwan. Spallina with an even better assist almost. He gets it, feeds it right back behind the back. And then inside, Dwan with the finish, the 6'4" sophomore from Louisville, Maryland. And that's a good goal. Obviously, you saw the flag. That was the push from behind. And when Dwan went into the crease, not inside the goal mouth in any way. Nothing bad about that. A great goal and a great first one of the day for the Orange to make it a 3-1 game. Wambach wins it, trying to get it out to Andrew Tyre, but after possession was called, the attack comes from the other side, and possibly a missed call there. Muley got hit up in the head by Brady Wambach, but no flag. So 4:53, there's the fake hidden ball trick by Sam English as he'll drop it down and get a sub. Getting the O-middies on for Syracuse, Jake Stevens. Another Princeton transfer playing at Culver Military Academy with Sam English. Cutting to the other side, Muley, Krieg, another big stop. Colin Krieg has been fantastic to start. He's got 4 saves as it's picked up by Syracuse. Roa, back to Muley. He's got the shorty. Gonna go against Alex Bresci. Step down, Hiltz stings the corner. Owen Hiltz, the redshirt junior, makes it a 1-goal game with his 29th of the season. Evens him up with Joey Spallina for the Orange. And we could have a high-scoring one here today. Syracuse, a very good offense. North Carolina, an offense with a lot of talent that is just young. Often, actually, people have talked about how North Carolina is really in the position that Syracuse was a year ago, where their offense and their team was just a lot of young talent as the faceoffs won by Syracuse. Coming down! What a snipe going at the same corner. And a great goal by Syracuse. They tie things up in a hurry. John Mullen coming in off the faceoff for Mason Cone and makes a big impact. Just barrels straight down and puts it in the corner. Hey, Fogos can shoot too. So now we go back to Wambach and Cone, the matchup we're gonna look at all day long. Finally, possessions released. Dominic Petramala picking up the ground ball, getting the win for North Carolina. Face-offs right now, 4-3 for the Tar Heels. Seeing James Matten, 7 in white. Top 10 recruit from a year ago in his sophomore season. Often gets the shorty, so they like him to initiate the dodge. Petramala fires low to low. Will Mark, another great save between the legs. 3:06 left in the first, all even. Syracuse with a chance to take their first lead of the day. North Carolina led 3-0. And then the Orange come back with 3 straight of their own. As this is a huge game, I mentioned it at the top of the broadcast. It feels like a playoff game for both these teams. North Carolina is fighting for any chance at postseason play. Syracuse trying to cement themselves in the NCAA tournament. Here's Tillman, who has the Spallina job today. Feet inside, Joey Spallina makes the connection with Christian Muley. And the finish for the transfer from Lehigh. First lead of the day for Syracuse, up 4-3. Joey Spallina leads all of college lacrosse with the most assists for a reason. He already has 2 now on the day, 44 to lead the country in assists and points. 1 behind the back and 1 beautiful look with the eyes up in front in the face-off won by Syracuse and Cone. Matt Wright picks up the ground ball, playing against his former school. Played at North Carolina a year ago. He just went to the box and got a little tap on the back from Dom Petramala. He knows almost this whole team. Making his return to Dorrance Field. Jake Stevens puts the shoulders down. Works it around. Muley getting another touch. He's got the shorty. Now at X. Spallina. Hiltz off the shin. Krieg will get the save. Clock resets. 1:33 now left in the first quarter. Spallina's got the defense tied up. Taking his time. They're waiting for the right look. A lot of movement off ball for the Orange right now. Spallina trying to go one-on-one. Behind the back shot blocked in front. Picked up by Geppert. Trying to get away from the ride. Bresci can't get it. North Carolina with the turnover. Great ride from Syracuse. Hiltz will pick it up and go. They want him to go back a couple spaces, and then they can get the restart. And it's gonna be a timeout. Gonna set something up on the offense. North Carolina with a chance to match, and it's Syracuse up 4-3. North Carolina gets started with a 3-0 run, but Cuse comes back with 4 of their own. Under a minute left in the first here in Chapel Hill. Back here in Chapel Hill, under a minute left in the first. It started all North Carolina. Well, now it's all Syracuse, and a great ride now puts them where they are. Under a minute, shot clock is not a factor. It's at 70 seconds, so the Orange can take this and try and get a final goal before the end of the first quarter. Gets back Muley. Dodging from X, he's got the shorty. Back up top, Sam English. Pushed up, Muley. Trying to free up the hands. 20 seconds now, seeing if they can get a final shot. Leo. Guarded by Tillman, sensational freshman for North Carolina. Inside, looking for Muley, and a push from behind is going to give it, or staying with Syracuse, I should say. 6 seconds left. English, quick, bounce shot goes wide, and a great look for the Orange. They have 1 second. Spallina's just gonna have to either chuck it out or chuck it in the middle. See if he can get a deflection, and he'll do just that. Krieg's ready for it. Gobbles it up, and that's the end of the first. North Carolina with 3 goals. Syracuse comes right back with 4, and we have a 1-goal game here in Chapel Hill. Some great ACC lacrosse and some beautiful weather to go with it. 1-goal game, Syracuse up. Welcome back here, Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Getting started with the second quarter. It's gonna be John Mullen at the face-off. X going against Brady Wambach once again. And North Carolina doing something they've done all season long. They don't put an LSM on the wings. They do 2 short sticks. As Mullen nearly pulling it out, he'll kick it. Petramala's in the right place at the right time and can pick it up to give North Carolina possession to start the second quarter. But back to that face-off, North Carolina does not use an LSM. Sometimes you see teams even double pull on either side, but Coach Bresci saying when you have a face-off guy like Brady Wambach and you're winning at the high percentage, you can rest your pulls and your LSMs and not need them off the wing. And also Andrew Tyre is on the wings as well, and he's the backup face-off guy, so they talk all about how his understanding of faceoffs helps so much. Here's Egan from the box, turning by Tillman. Gets slowed down. Figueres guarding him one-on-one. Here's Duffy setting up. Billy Dwan on the markup. Short stick matchup for Dubner. Comes up top. Petramala wide open in front. And they're waving off the goal. And they're saying there was the push behind the goal. And a North Carolina player went in the crease. It took them some time to make the stop, and the official actually farthest from it made the call as Ty English brings it into the box. So North Carolina gets it right back, canceling out that call. Here's Tillman coming from the box. He's gonna fire on the step down. Great save by Mark. A lot of bounce shots from this North Carolina team over the year. It's hard to get those past a fantastic goalie like Will Mark out of Danville, California. Possibly the best goalie we've seen in 2024 as it's fired downfield. And they're saying that was not a shot, it was a pass. So going off Syracuse last gives it back to North Carolina as Krieg's back in cage after running that 10-man ride that they like to do here in Chapel Hill. Syracuse used to seeing that. Virginia's another team that likes to do it. Common in the ACC. Downhill, Duffy with pressure on him. Here's Matt Wright guarding him. One player he's not familiar with for North Carolina. James Matton on the field with Levy as well as Harry Welford, that second midfield unit. It's North Carolina really looking for production from the midfield. It's been a lot of attack. They run their offense through Duffy, and then they hope for Petramala to add on a few. And obviously that man right there, McGovern, great at finding the open feeds. Here's Welford. Slide and recover by Syracuse. 12 minutes now remaining in the second quarter. It was 4-3 at the end of the first. Backdoor McGovern. Mark is ready. Just drops down with a sensational save once again. And he's just locked in. Both these goalies are right now. Both have come up with big saves on each side. Right now, Mark has 6. Krieg's got 5. If you're a goalie, today's a great day to watch UNC-Syracuse. 2 very good ones. Krieg, a second-team All-American in his time at North Carolina. Quick feed, quick stick outside of the goal. Burt Whistle can't find the back of the net. Here's Hiltz slowing it down. He's got the short stick matchup with Welford. An offensive midfield. Going low, and there's the mismatch. Syracuse takes advantage. Goes low. Quick flick of the wrist makes it 5-3, and now the Orange lead by 2. Biggest lead of the day for Syracuse. Conan Wambach. Wambach 5 of 9 so far. Mullins 1 for 3 and Cohn's 3 of 6. So Wambach's winning the battle at the faceoff dot right now. He wins it to himself. Dishes it off for Duffy. His 6th win, 60% on the day. That's what he averages on the season, a 65% face-off winner. It's Tillman gets it for Dubner coming from the box. And that first midfield unit with Dewey, Egan, Tillman, and Dubner getting back in for North Carolina, needing a goal before Syracuse starts to get too confident. When this offense is feeling it, they score in bunches. Petramala. He's got 29 goals on the season. He's looking for 30. Great defense. And they're saying it's a ward call going against Petramala. So they get tied up, and now English gets it over. Is Petramala going for the ice pick there? Not a high percentage check, but when you get it, looks good. Finn Thompson gets it down to Muley, and Syracuse closing in on 200 goals on the season. Or actually just surpassing that. Did that with their 4th goal today. Hiltz down low. English looking for the corner offside stick against Krieg, and smart ball placement there. 2 of the 5 goals have gone offside shoulder, offside high against Colin Krieg. Against both these goalies, ball placement is very key as Spallina, guarded by Geppert. Muley with the short stick. The other English in this game. Krieg comes out, picks up the ground ball. He's got pressure on him. Great athlete, gets it upfield. Tyler Schwartz, brother of Johnny Schwartz, brings it in, and Duffy's gonna try and work quick. Great turn, fires just wide. Owen Duffy, one of the most explosive players in the country, goes from 0 to 100 in a split second. You saw it just there, his change of direction combined with the speed. There was a reason he was the #1 recruit in the country. Is Matten, a high recruit himself, gets picked off by Jake Spallina, brother of Joey in his freshman year, and then his twin brother is also on the team. Brett Spallina, defender. Their dad, the head coach of the women's team at Stony Brook. He's got 3 kids at Syracuse, 1 kid at Stony Brook. Chance to slow things down as many connections between these 2 teams. We mentioned Matt Wright, who transferred from North Carolina, now part of the Syracuse Orange. Has a good stick from Geppert, nearly gets it away and causes the turnover, but Spallina's ready. He's gonna take 1-on-1. Geppert on the hit, back door! What a feed and a great finish. Jake Stevens. And a 6th straight goal for the Orange to take a 3-goal lead, and Spallina is having himself a day just as a feeder. Joey Spallina with his 3rd assist of the game, and they're ones that are just such good looks. That one, you thought Spallina might have been throwing it away with a little floater, but instead he ends up floating it perfectly to the back door for a cutting Stevens, and North Carolina does not have an answer right now for the Syracuse offense, and they better find one fast and get that offense going on the other end, which had a great start. English getting to the other side, all righty. Going down Muley with the backhanded pass to keep it with Hiltz. Waiting to go on a settled offense. Here's English again, goes in the left hand. Firing low, Muley, saved by Krieg. Hiltz gets it off the rebound. Syracuse still on offense, great double team. Tillman picks it up. Geppert was the one who came to help. A great check, Muley. The ride of Syracuse has been relentless today and a huge difference maker, as North Carolina thinks they can take a breather on defense. They've been able to just pull it back. Krieg made a save, and that one ricocheted straight to Hiltz. Then a great double team, and the Ride gets it right back. Here's English. Thompson. Leo gets it to Spallina, who has the short stick matchup. North Carolina's gonna have to slide early. Hiltz thought about the pick. Spallina, eyes up, back door, goes wide, still free. Spallina picking it back up, knocked down. Can Ty English get to it? He can. Gets it up, Schwartz with a great catch. It was almost another turnover. Petramala trying to keep the numbers. Here's Duffy on the other side. Backhand firing, saved by Mark. And now pushed in the crease. North Carolina's gonna get called in the crease. Syracuse gets the clear. What a great showing so far by Syracuse. They got the first punch, took it in the mouth with a 3-0 lead for North Carolina, and since then turned it on both ends. Mark now 7 saves in this game, just 3 goals against. 7 saves also for Krieg. Just haven't been able to keep possession on the offensive end or take it away from Syracuse right now, desperately needing a caused turnover. Syracuse has 4 so far today. North Carolina with just 2. Way outside, that's easy popcorn for Krieg. Roa choosing to fire. And this could be what North Carolina needs, a good clear to settle in, but they got to complete it. Krieg coming over halfway. Colin Krieg getting pressure from Matt Wright. Goes through, they call a timeout. Good one for North Carolina to save their goalie. Some bruises on the elbow and a run back to the cage. 4:34 left in the half. Syracuse on a 6-goal run. North Carolina with it and trying to end it after we come back. 6-3, Syracuse on top. .434 left in the second quarter. Syracuse up by 3. North Carolina trying to start a run of their own. As here's Dubner starting from the midfield. Want to initiate from X. Here's Matt Reedy. Been getting more and more time over the past couple weeks as Syracuse has been blowing through these picks, and it's North Carolina trying to draw a penalty, but instead they're getting crease violations. That's the second time that's happened. And now Syracuse with the opportunity to clear, and they're successful once again. Been good on clears today, 7 of 9. Not exactly what they'd want to see. You want to see that perfect as a rip from Hiltz. Soars wide. Hiltz with 2 goals already on the day. Muley with the goal and an assist. And then Joey Spallina has not scored, but he's got 3 assists and 45 on the year to lead all players in that category as well. The leading point scorer as it's lifted up, and other side, stopped in front. Krieg gets his stick on it, and there is a flag. That's what I was trying to say there, and it's the replacement for Barton on the day. Maxwell Cooney, the senior, just getting underneath, I believe, of Hiltz there. Got dished over for English, and a good save from Krieg, his 8th of the day. So first look at the man up for Syracuse. Extremely lethal man up for the Orange, and this high-powered offense with Hiltz and Spallina especially. You see that rotation already trying to get North Carolina on the move. Script pass up top, one more, Spallina low. The bouncer goes. Joey Spallina adds another, and the Orange can't be stopped right now. 4 goals to make it 7, or 4-goal lead, I should say, to make it 7-3. 7 straight goals since North Carolina took a 3-0 lead, as the Orange have just been unstoppable ever since. North Carolina has barely possessed the ball and had a slowed down offensive set. On the other end, Wambach gets taken down, still free. They're saying a hold going against Syracuse, so North Carolina will start with the ball after that face-off. Coming in, Lance Tillman's gonna carry it to start. Just 3 and some change left in the first half. Dubner off the top of the stick, he loses it. Coming running down Carter Rice, the short stick defensive midi. Nearly makes North Carolina pay again. Dubner gets the slide, and great defense from the Orange. They're not doing much poorly right now. Man ball by North Carolina, and coming away with it on a great ground ball. Sam Alexo from Annapolis, Maryland, the senior, getting it done in North Carolina. Losing it again, the clear. Successful 8th of the day for Syracuse. Joey Spallina, a goal and 3 assists for 4 points already here in the first half. 22nd power play goal of the year for Syracuse. Just over 43% on the season. As now we'll see their even offense go to work. Muley over the top. Cooney had the push, and there was a feed to Finn Thompson, but looks like Coach Gates saw that it was gonna get taken away, and instead he elects to call the timeout and keep the ball rather than mid-game after the ejection. So as you're seeing today, doesn't look like the Syracuse offense is missing much of a beat. Very well prepared by this Syracuse staff. Back underway, 1:42 left in the first half. Feed, Hiltz goes up top. The shot popped up and saved by Krieg. Firing was Michael Leo from Seafood, New York. Is coming through the middle. Tillman with a burst of speed. The freshman starting on defense, and another turnover for North Carolina. They just can't keep the ball in their stick as a flag flies. It could be offsides, and the Junkyard Dogs are already coming out. So it's against Syracuse, and Joey Spallina is going right to the box. So Spallina will have the 30-second penalty. And North Carolina have another man-up opportunity on the day, second power play. And third power play of the day. Scored on one. Duffy up top. McGovern. Reedy step down, and he scores. Been a weapon on the man-up unit for North Carolina. That's where he's done his work. And with 1:01, the Tar Heels can take a breath, down by 3 in the second quarter. Finally ending the 7-goal run for the Orange, as now 7-1 since they last scored. And that was one heck of a drought. 20 minutes of game action without a goal for North Carolina. That's Reedy's 8th of the season. McGovern gets the assist, as Wambach was supposedly called for something, and he was arguing with the official. Coach Bresci was not happy either, as Cone and Wambach continue to battle. Under a minute now. Left, right, gets it, and another timeout for Coach Gate, trying to set up a final offensive possession. 78 seconds on the shot clock, so back underway. Not too much time left, 50 seconds now. Syracuse up by 3. Joey Spallina already with a 4-point day, a goal and 3 assists. Hiltz also on the board. Millet goes through X. Spallina, there's a tie-up. Geppert in front in the crease with Krieg. 30 seconds left. North Carolina trying to match man right now. Not allow any of the cutters off ball, which the last time they did this forced Spallina to try and go by himself. Does it again, stopped in front by Krieg. Bounces out, and it looks like Spallina pushed into the crease. Gonna stay with Syracuse, 2.3 seconds left. Firing in front, trying to make the connection, and they cannot. So Syracuse ends that first half. Back underway here in Chapel Hill. Getting the win, North Carolina, but quickly Syracuse pulling it right back, as we ended that first half with a North Carolina goal. But before that, it was a 7-0 run for Syracuse. And since then, North Carolina has had trouble keeping possession in the offensive end. Some careless turnovers and just some unlucky bounces not going their way. And the Orange have capitalized almost on every single one. As here's Finn Thompson. Gets back from Michael Leo, played at St. Anthony's, same high school as Brennan O'Neill at Duke. Nule to the other side. Up top, step down, low shot. Deception, looks like Krieg might not have fully seen it. And the low goal makes it an 8-4 lead. And Syracuse up by 4 in the blink of an eye, under a minute into the third quarter. And North Carolina has been on the better end at the face-off X, 8-6. Haven't been able to get the wins on the wing. Sam English with the low stinger there to go up, and Joey Spallina adding on yet another assist. Great move in the midfield. Spallina now with 5 points, a goal, and 4 assists on the day. Goes up top, Burt Whistle has an assist. Hiltz has Toman. Has a short stick matchup with Moulet. Comes early on the slide and firing high is Jackson Burt Whistle once again. Redshirt junior. North Carolina allowing opponents 118 goals on the year. Goes up top for Hiltz. Hiltz 2 goals, only Syracuse player with a pair. Everyone else just with 1. 7 goal scorers on the day for the Orange. Cutting downhill, Syracuse 3.5-point favorites coming into this game. There's a low one from Moulet. All over that's Colin Krieg, as Krieg picks up his 12th save of the game. And Krieg with a good day, double figures for a goalie, always impressive. And Will Mark on the other end, he's got 7 saves, but only 4 goals against at 63%. As North Carolina can get in on the offense with Owen Duffy leading the way with a goal and 2 assists. Only player on North Carolina with multiple points. Here's Dewey Egan. Part of a very good class of 2021. Here's Tillman. Trying to free up the hands, dodges back against Sam Alexo. LSM, Duffy gets taken down, popped into the air, losing it for a moment. McGovern with a nice hockey pass to get it to Dominic Petramala and keep the offensive possession alive. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Winding down quick, 15 now. Dubner for Petramala. North Carolina's got to get going. 10 seconds. Duffy to the front. Doesn't go. Will Mark with a fantastic save. 8 saves. Owen Duffy, he got to it with 10 seconds left. They got it to the right guy and turned on the Jets, dipped in front. Will Mark just using the size that he has to get across. 6'4", 200, and when you're that big and as athletic as he is, it's a recipe for one of the best goalies in the country, which he is. 4-goal lead for Syracuse. Trying to extend it. Sam English. Great skip pass and a fire. Syracuse. Finn Thompson, the sophomore from Toronto, makes it a 5-goal game. And the Orange just had to get going. Once that engine started humming, they've been on the road to a W, but North Carolina could possibly have something to say about that. They showed they can score on this Syracuse team, but Will Mark has been money on any low shots, ground balls, as well as just trying to go between the legs, trying to get it 5-hole or go offside hip against Mark. He's been ready for it. And now that he's gotten hot, been really tough for the Tar Heels to get going on the offensive end. Spallina starting to pull ahead of Matt Brandow now with 5 points on the day. That puts him at 75 on the and Brandow came into today with 68. English going to the right. Leo Moulet and now Spallina. And another hung-up defender for Spallina. Every time we've seen this today, he's had to go on his own. This time, he uses the eyes and the hands with the beautiful feed for Finn Thompson. Back-to-back goals for him and Spallina. Does he ever continue to amaze? 76 points now on the year. And he's now got a goal and 5 assists for 6 points on the day. Finn Thompson becomes the second player to have a pair of goals, joining Owen Hiltz for Syracuse. Wambach pops it back. Here's Ty English, younger brother of Sam, trying to get to the ground ball, flicking it over. There was a whistle to stop play. North Carolina will take possession. Ty English has to retreat back to the spot of the whistle. Omids in for North Carolina, getting a different look with Caden Whaling. Also out there, Andrew Priest, 18 in white. Another freshman getting some time as driving inside. Tatum Boltman loses it and turnover, gives it back to Syracuse. North Carolina unable to stop the 3-goal run. Makes it 10-4, 6-goal lead for Syracuse. Spallina getting a touch before moving. Second midfield unit on for Syracuse. Hiltz, great shovel shot from Spallina. Saved by Krieg. The outlet pass does not connect, and you got to do the simple things well if you want to beat really good lacrosse teams. And right now, North Carolina is struggling to do the simple things well, not connecting on their passes. And when Krieg's able to make a great save, they can't bail him out. He's got 13 on the day, 56%, with 10 goals against. Is going low. Moulet tries to get it around. Goes wide. Shot clock does reset, so it might have gone off Krieg. Geppert's in trouble in the corner, and Joey Spallina takes it away. Another great ride for Syracuse. Their attackmen and their midfielders, every time there's a turnover, the attackmen are immediately on the hands of the Poles to get it right back. Big turn up top. Burt Whistle with it on the outside. Just 1 assist for him on the day. Great look. BTB goes wide from Roa. Faceoffs just barely still with North Carolina. They've won 9 of 17. Those are all Brady Wambach, and then Mullen and Cone have combined for 8 of 17. Here's Burt Whistle. Shorty matchup going against Alec Bresci. Up top, Roa. He's got Tillman on the hands. And now another short stick matchup. Moulet has it this time. Going up against Hagera. Goes in front, nearly ricochets into the net. Goes wide off of Jake Stevens. Now Spallina gets it right back to Stevens. No slide from North Carolina. Spallina has it with Geppert. Shot clock at 9. And a turnover. Gives it right back to North Carolina. They'll have the clear. Clears have been an issue. 10 of 15 for the Tar Heels. 19 shots for them on the day, 31 for the Orange, and getting a lot of them on target with 24 on goal. First offense back on the field for North Carolina. Locking off Owen Duffy. He has nowhere to go, but now he's got the short stick matchup. Duffy, #1 recruit coming into the year, leading all freshman scorers. Great look, Matt Reedy fires high. Back to Tyler Dubner, starting from the corner, North Carolina. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Getting it to short time once again. Reedy trying to get in front. McGovern downhill for Owen Duffy. Over the top, he's got to go. Owen Duffy. At times, he's a one-man wrecking crew. Has to do it by himself as the shot clock winds down, and now Duffy's got his second goal of the day. Tar Heels trail by 5. Owen Duffy carries a very heavy burden for this North Carolina team. Just a freshman in his first year, but 31 goals and 21 assists. He leads this offense. He is the go-to on this offense, and he often gets the best pull on every single team he faces as Spallina fires wide. Millet with the backup. So 4:59, just under 5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. North Carolina needing a stop. English moves it through Finn Thompson, back through Hiltz again. Leo and Hiltz on the near side. Plenty of time for Syracuse to work the offense. 43 seconds on the shot clock. Spallina trying to get locked off, and now he gets the short stick matchup. BTB on the outside of the net. Millet. And now Finn Thompson had a little bit of space. Quick stick, Krieg gets a piece of it. 14 saves for Colin Krieg. If North Carolina keeps this one even close, they got Colin Krieg to thank. Duffy pulls it through X. Through Matt Reedy, who's now in on attack for the Tar Heels. It's Matt Reedy, Owen Duffy, and Dominic Petramala. Second midfield unit coming in for the Tar Heels with Harry Welford and James Matton. Ty English still on the field. The short stick D mid is now he'll go off. It's Welford, the grad student transfer from Bucknell. Reedy for Duffy. Duffy goes low. The hat trick for Owen Duffy. Tucks it 5-hole on Will Mark. Makes it a 10-6 game. Tar Heels down by just 4 now. And of any freshman in the country, Owen Duffy definitely carries the most. Much like Joey Spallina did last year, he was the go-to guy on the offensive end. He had to carry a lot of that offensive burden for the Orange a year ago. Now Owen Duffy's doing the same thing for the Tar Heels. And they go to him whenever they need a goal, and they're doing that right here. He's got 4 points now in the day, 3 goals, 1 assist. Brings a lot of energy too. You see him when he scores. So exciting to watch. Trying to bring North Carolina back. Syracuse trying to extend the lead here. Burt Whistle in front. Great defense from North Carolina to bring the help. Tolman and Geppert, great double team to pick it up and cause the turnover. Big over for Cooney. North Carolina, pressure on the clear. Krieg has Moulet on his back. The relentless ride of the Orange. Nearly picked off. Hiltz gets a piece of it. Picked up by Leif Hagerup, the sophomore short stick defensive midi, as Frankenheimer, another short stick D-mid, picks it up, trying to get open to freedom. Hagerup keeps it, big hit. And now it's free again. North Carolina unable to clear. And they've had some great plays. There's a slash most likely going against Dominic Petramala. So Syracuse should have a man-up opportunity. Moulet's going to hold on, give it to Hiltz, and slow things down for the Orange. A flag is on the other side of the field, around little past midfield. And it should be Petramala on the slash. It's either that or Matt Reedy. Minute 23 left in the third quarter. 30 seconds now on the shot clock. That's what they were waiting to go. English almost gets underneath on his brother. Ty English going against Sam English. Parents are watching on. Who do they want to win it? Inside, and the pass. It's going to stay with Syracuse. We'll call that one a draw. If North Carolina had gotten back, maybe Ty gets the win on his older brother, but Sam did everything he could. He's able to get a shot off, goes wide, staying with the Orange, and now that flag can finally be assessed, and it is a slash for 1 minute against Dominic Petramala. So a 4-goal game. Syracuse has scored on the man-up opportunity. They did it quite quick as well. Everyone getting a touch to start. And Thompson for Hiltz. Spallina back at X. Starting the rotation. Hiltz fires, goes wide, and a great job by Colin Krieg on the effort play. He gets the backup for North Carolina, and the Tar Heels can try and kill the next 30 seconds to get back even, and obviously just kill the rest of the third quarter. And then they got a face-off to start the fourth. Here's Duffy, gonna try and go with 10 seconds left. He's gonna have a double. And here it is, trying to split. There's 3 now. 4 seconds left. Syracuse gets it back, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. 4-goal game here in Chapel Hill. Owen Duffy trying to go through the whole Syracuse defense. And he gets beat up in these games, being that number 1 option for North Carolina. Syracuse's offense looking very good, starting to slow down a tiny bit, but still with the 4-goal lead. Syracuse up on the Tar Heels at the end of the third. Getting ready to start the fourth quarter here. Nick Kloss alongside you for this ACC battle. Syracuse was projected last in the ACC as coming downhill. Schwartz going all the way through. He tried to wind up and fire, but face-off unit for the Orange. Not going to let that one happen. Back with that first midfield unit. Here's Tillman. Not much production coming from the midfield right now. Downhill, McGovern coming out of the box. Now that Matt Reedy's in on attack. No call on the push. Could have been a push from behind, but not there. Staying even. Tillman in his 5th year, final year as a Tar Heel. Now McGovern on the wing, feet in front, looking for the quick stick. Reedy can't connect, and he goes into the crease. Turnover for North Carolina, Syracuse ball. This Syracuse team, led by Coach Gary Gate, who has seen improvement over every time, and now the ride from North Carolina taking it away. Ty English firing and no backup, so Will Mark is able to beat out Owen Duffy and get the ball back for Syracuse. Now North Carolina could possibly get the ball back for themselves. Cooney going for the ground ball, fighting with Moulet. It's still free. Trickles out. Now North Carolina gets it back to start this 4th quarter. Back and forth we go. Against Cornell, a lot of late turnovers helped them get back in it. The Big Red picking up a big win against the Orange. Had a couple sizable leads. Cornell was able to chip back in. Now North Carolina trying to do that, something High Point did to them a couple weeks ago. Now here's Reedy. Moves it over. Duffy, backhand. Mark jumps up high to reject it. Well, Mark showing why he's possibly the best goalie in the country. And now Syracuse will slow it down. The clock does become something to consider. Obviously, still 12 minutes left, so want to keep pushing on the offensive end for the Orange, but you can't slow things down. Use more of the shot clock. Try and get good offensive sets and good shots and high-quality shots, something Coach Bresci and the Tar Heels talk a lot about, especially in the last couple weeks, taking smart shots. Great deflection. Ty English taking it away. The swim move in the middle. North Carolina now with it on a fast break. His brother comes in to shut him down. Seems like Sam and Ty English are trying to mark up as much as they possibly can. You're seeing 15 in orange against 23 in white almost every other play. Making it a 3-goal game. North Carolina officially back in it. Dubner gets his 5th goal of the year, and I mentioned that's the production North Carolina needs from their midfield. Haven't been able to get much right now. Only midfielder on the board was Ryan Levy, and now Dubner adds to that list with a 2nd goal from the midfield. Picked up off the faceoff by Carter Rice. Was won straight back by John Mullen. Mullen 4 of 8 now. On his faceoffs, Cone is 7 of 13, just over 50%. Going through, quick feed up top, bounces. Nearly gets past Jackson Burtwhistle, redshirt junior out of St. David's, Pennsylvania. Is here Spallina. Mount Sinai. Product, his dad, coach at Stony Brook for the women's team. Some rumors he would get the Water Dogs job and leave Stony Brook, but he's staying put, and Bill Tierney ends up coming out of retirement to join the PLL. Other side, Millet fires wide. Spallina just getting the better of Cooper Frankenheimer as they both dive, 15 seconds now left on the shot clock. Here's Stevens trying to get top side, has to dish it off. Roa, bounce shot, Krieg has it, still free. Krieg's out of the cage too. Ground ball still there. Big one, and it looks like Syracuse is going to cover it. Muley gets over the ball. Whistle blown, and North Carolina gets it on the clear. Clears have been tough for the Tar Heels today, 16 of 21. 26 shots now for North Carolina, 37 for Syracuse. James Matton, part of that second midfield unit. Tar Heels hoping to see more production for him. He was an attackman in high school, played attack last year. Now playing in the midfield with Petramala and Duffy, as well as Logan McGovern returning for the attack. But McGovern right now playing out of the midfield more. McGovern dishes it for Tillman. Tillman can't find an open lane towards the net. Slide comes, he goes down. McGovern's there to pick it right back up. 8:40 left in the fourth quarter. North Carolina trying to make it a 2-goal game. Firing Petramala. Misses the cage and backed up by Matton. .16 seconds on the shot clock. Firing inside, it does go off the cage. That should be a reset, but there's a flag. And a man-up opportunity for North Carolina, and this is going to be a big one. The Junkyard Dogs come out, which if you're just joining us, is Syracuse's man-down only unit. They come out for this, they practice this. This is all that they do. Not something common in college lacrosse. Could see it become more common. Does make sense having players who are purely dedicated to man down, as important as it is. And it was unnecessary roughness, the call, going against Figueres. Last extra man goal for North Carolina was Matt Reedy getting the feed from Logan McGovern. That was with 1:01 in the second quarter. Trying to get their first man-up goal of this half. Firing high, Petramala straight into the stick of Will Mark, the righty, with an easy save. Mark now in double digits as well. 11 saves on the day. Ride from North Carolina, making it tough. Krieg gets it right back after English just has to toss it down the field. Had to avoid penalty, not getting it over in the 20. Duffy fires low, bounces high, and it might have ricocheted off of Mark there. 1 second left on that man up opportunity for North Carolina. The man down for Syracuse, so most likely that will be killed. But North Carolina keeps the ball, and a 3-goal game here in Chapel Hill could be coming down to the wire with 7:27 left in the fourth. Syracuse still up on the Tar Heels. Syracuse up by 3. North Carolina with the ball. Petramala gets doubled off of the penalty being released from midfield. Carter Rice comes in. Figueres, the player serving the penalty, but they release to get even as fast as possible. Petramala dishes off for Johnny Schwartz, quickly going. Duffy, and now Reedy back for Duffy. Duffy with a hat trick on the day. North Carolina taking their time. Looks like Syracuse moved into a zone. Looks like running a 3-3 or a Drexel, some call it. Putting everyone in front of the goalie. When you have a goalie like Will Mark, you can do stuff like this. So it gets picked up by McGovern, nearly loses it. And there's a violation against McGovern, gives it back to Syracuse. So now time is not on North Carolina's side. They used all that shot clock, did not get a shot off, and now 6:15 left in the fourth. Down by 3, Syracuse has it. They were able to force a turnover on the last clear attempt, see if they can do it again. And a good pass there from Finn Thompson, getting it to Sam English, and a good clear for the Orange. Now here's Finn Thompson, 2 goals for him on the day. Gives it to Hiltz, also has a pair. Hiltz, nice behind the back pass for Thompson as they do a longer give and go. And nearly connects, just going wide. Here's Spallina now, guarded by Geppert. Now Muley has the shorty and Ty English. Sam English now with the ball for Syracuse. Stick hits the head, no flag. And a turnover for Syracuse. Gives it right back to North Carolina. They got 5 minutes, they need 3 goals. Syracuse in the middle. Everyone's got a ride, not just the attackmen. Huge play by Chuck Kaczynski, the sophomore. Breaking that up, the whole defense collapsed into the middle. Taking it away from Kai Braska. So now Spallina and company try and add one final goal, which very well could be the one that puts the nail in the coffin, but a crease violation gives North Carolina life again. Need a good clear here for the Tar Heels. Ty English, often that one-man clear for North Carolina, trying to do it again here. Drops it, picks it right back up, and gets it to Owen Duffy. And there's a flag, offsides on Syracuse. Syracuse playing 6-on-7 right now. Because of the offsides, Carter Rice, they're electing to keep him on, because once you've committed to offsides, you can't do it again. Might as well go over and have a double team to give to North Carolina before you have to go man down. Duffy's got Matt Wright, the North Carolina transfer, now on the Orange. Here's James Matten. 3:39, North Carolina needs a goal now. Trevor Dubner on the run, he fires, low corner. North Carolina. What a goal. With 3:34 left, we got a 2-goal game in Chapel Hill. Dubner with his 2nd of the day, 6th of the season. Goes low corner, offside stick on Will Mark, the toughest shot to stop for any goalie, even if you're as good as Will Mark is. And now North Carolina very much back in it. A huge face-off here between Mullen and Wambach. And now you'll see a pull is on the field on the face-off wing for North Carolina. Mullen with a crucial win off the face-off. And now Syracuse will try and play with the time. 3:20 left, 70 seconds on the shot clock. They want to take away as much time from North Carolina as possible. If they can get a 3rd goal, looking a lot better here. Spallina goes up top, Stevens. Here's Muley trying to put this one away for the Orange. 7th-ranked team in the country, trying to keep their at-large bid hopes alive. Firing low, Krieg with a huge stop. Geppert going upfield, Frankenheimer. Numbers for the Tar Heels. Petramala wants to slow things down. Inside, the shot from Striano. The short stick D-mid tries to go quick. 2.5 minutes now, and a fast break for Syracuse. Not a smart shot by Sam Alexo. No backup for the Orange. North Carolina gets it right back. This game will get your heart rate up. Back and forth they go. And Matten will stop it. Coach Bresci wants a timeout. 2:18 left in the fourth quarter. North Carolina with plenty of life right now. 2:15 left to play. Could make it a one-goal game here with this possession. They went up 3-0 and then a 7-goal run. Made it 7-3 Syracuse. And they've been able to keep them at an arm's length since. Now North Carolina doing well. McGovern, backdoor, the bouncer goes. 1-goal game in Chapel Hill. Logan McGovern, the 6th-year transfer from Bryant, coming up huge for the Tar Heels. Syracuse up by 1. North Carolina has brought it all together here late. They've lost games late after holding leads all day, trying to do it to someone else. McGovern getting his 20th of the season. Owen Duffy, 22nd assist. He's got a 5-point day to lead North Carolina. Now, and you saw that flag, the goal means the flag doesn't matter, so it's even 6-on-6. North Carolina gets the faceoff win off the violation, and the Tar Heels are going to take another timeout. In that game where North Carolina collapsed there late, High Point is a very senior-heavy team, whereas North Carolina is a lot of freshmen and sophomores. Experience very much does matter in college lacrosse and, as we've seen, in college sports. Here's Dubner. Turning, fires, saved by Mark. Mark gets it right into the stick. Dubner trying to get the quick turn and shot. It's now shoveled back through the middle. Rice goes over top. And now Hiltz with it with 1 minute left. Jake Stevens holding on to it, and now North Carolina needs it back. Shot clock at 41, game clock was at 44, so there's a 3-second difference if North Carolina can keep it out of the net or not get a turnover. Ball is down. This is North Carolina's time to take it back. Syracuse trying to ice the game. It's still up for grabs. Spallina just chucks it. Krieg has it with 20 seconds. Quick go. Duffy at midfield. He's on a run. He didn't see the trailer. Taken away. Syracuse is going to win the game. Sam Alexo coming from the box. And what a check to take it away from Owen Duffy. And it'll go out. What a game. Syracuse coming up big on the defensive end to get the win. 10-9 North Carolina with a heck of a fight, down 10-4, coming back to make it a 10-9 game.